federal judge says part of Idaho's near total abortion ban is unconstitutional. We're going to break it all down. So first, what is Idaho's near total abortion ban? It's actually two different laws: the Defense of Life Act and the Fetal Heartbeat Preborn Child Protection Act, otherwise known as the 6-week ban. The Defense of Life Act adds criminal penalties to performing or attempting an abortion in narrow circumstances. That includes to prevent the mother's death or in cases of rape or incest. Now, the 6-week ban makes it illegal to have an abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Let's talk about the new ruling now. This comes after a June trial where a Boise doctor challenged those laws, saying they unlawfully block medically necessary care and put some patients' health at risk. Cooper Morgan explains what the judge decided and what it means going forward.
It started with Dr. Stacy Seib, a Boise maternal fetal medicine specialist who filed this lawsuit in 2024. Treating high-risk pregnancies himself, he testified Idaho's abortion laws can stop doctors from providing care even when a patient's health is on the line.
Idaho is known to have something that we call the twin prohibitions on abortion care. And those two laws restrict the ability of a woman to obtain an abortion in Idaho when it's medically indicated.
This week, U.S. District Judge B. Lynn Windmill ruled that women have a constitutional right to what he calls a health-preserving abortion. William Mitchell, an attorney for Seib with Legal Voice, says this is a turning point.
This ruling has importance that rivals Roe versus Wade. It rivals Dobbs. This is one of the most significant abortion rights rulings in the country's history.
Windmill found that American law has long made room for abortions needed to protect a woman's health.
For this case, we provided extensive evidence about how therapeutic abortion or medically indicated abortion was part of the American tradition in medicine and in law.
The judge says that history means the Constitution protects abortions when they're medically necessary. Under the ruling, Idaho cannot enforce its abortion bans when a doctor determines that continuing a pregnancy could cause serious and lasting harm. That includes serious mental health conditions, including a risk of suicide.
Judge Windmill said that the brain is an organ of the body, and our contemporary understanding of psychiatric medicine is sufficiently detailed and reliable that we can identify if a psychiatric illness is as serious as any other illness of the body.
But there are clear limits to what this decision changes.
Our initial view is that there may be a slight gap in the coverage of this ruling, and that has to do with what we call fetal indications, fetal conditions or life-limiting conditions for the fetus.
The ruling does not protect abortions when the fetus has a fatal or life-limiting diagnosis. The court acknowledged that sometimes even fetuses with grave conditions may occasionally live for days, weeks, or months after birth, and that the court's role is not to determine what is a meaningful life. The ruling is not the final word. Idaho's Attorney General, Raul Labrador, says the state will appeal immediately. In the statement, the AG says, quote, "The Supreme Court made clear that abortion policy belongs to the people and their elected representatives, not a single federal judge," end quote, calling Windmill's decision a mistake and saying, quote, "We are confident this decision will be overturned." Labrador's opponent in November, the Democratic candidate for Attorney General Lori Hickman, says, quote, "No doctor should have to hesitate in an emergency because Idaho law leaves them uncertain about whether providing medically necessary care could result in prosecution," adding that care to patients shouldn't be denied because their life is at risk from a mental health condition rather than a physical one. So what does this mean for patients right now? Even Mitchell says it's too soon to know exactly how fast things will change inside Idaho clinics.
So we're still evaluating exactly how the ruling will impact medical practice in Idaho, and that involves a review of what legal recourse is available after this initial ruling.
Mitchell says the ruling is a vindication, but not a reason to celebrate.
It's sobering, and this is sobering to me to know that we had to go this length, and apparently we'll have to go further just to vindicate the right of a pregnant person to get medical care she needs.
When it comes to abortions in cases of fatal fetal diagnoses, the court says for Idahoans who oppose the law, the path to change is at the ballot box. That's where Proposition 1 will appear in November, Justin.
Yeah, and we've done a lot of coverage on that. To find more, you can go to ktvb.com. Cooper, thank you.